30 years to understand what a feeling is. Because growing up, we would be like, I feel like you treated me wrong. But it's like, no, that's not a feeling. The feeling would be the feeling that you feel in your body. So that would be like, I feel resentful or I feel uncomfortable.
Welcome to When Two Heriveaux Heal podcast.
Brought to you by not only our generational trauma,
but also by our generational strength and joy. Come take this journey with us as we choose to live our best life and heal.
Hi, and welcome to When Two Heriveaux Heal podcast. I'm your co-host, Sai the Creative, and I have with me my other co-host, Rose Lore. How are you, Rose?
Hi, I'm excited. Hi, I'm your co-host, Haitian Rose. How are you, Side the Creator?
I'm good. I'm feeling good today. Episode number 7.
I can't. We were just having a side conversation before we get on our live and when we get on recording that we just have like, a preview of excitement. And this is like, we're here.
Doing it, we
We're
made it.
official. We made
We're
it.
past the hump.
We passed the hump. You were saying that because the podcast world is such a, crazy world and it's becoming so flushed with it being so saturated that they said if you go past how many episodes?
Past 6 episodes. She said most podcasts don't get past episode 6.
I love
So
that.
this is our
Seven
over the hump.
over the hump
Yes.
one.
Yes.
We have one more to go, which will be
Yes.
we're gonna do it all for right now, episodes up to 8 episodes.
Yep. Per
A
season.
season. And so our last episode every season we're gonna do live.
Yes. So much fun.
Yes. This one will be live on TikTok. We're gonna try the TikTok platform, but that
Yes.
doesn't mean that every live episode will only be exclusive to TikTok.
Because we're also on Instagram and we're also on YouTube.
Oh my God, yes.
They
So
both have
wait,
live components.
I love that. Wait, so why don't you just review where we're all gonna be heard? Like what the live platforms, social media platforms.
So our short form content will be on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And our long form content will be everywhere you get your podcast. And also the video will be uploaded to YouTube.
Yay! So we want your support on all platforms for sure. If you want to leave a comment, please follow. Be like, if you are on our tribe, like you're a part of our healing tribe, you part of the Zeaux tribe, you're gonna follow us, you're gonna stalk us, and you're gonna support.
Flood us with comments, with reviews, with
Yes, and
everything.
ideas on how you
Yes.
want to show up. And then definitely join our Patreon, which
Yes.
that will also be more interactive for us to just know our Zoes and then have a monthly subscription that will help our podcast elevate because we want to do a lot more with community services and community just net outreach.
Yes.
Yes.
Networking with different businesses, different entrepreneurs, but also just different women, just different people in our audience.
Yeah.
Just to connect with our Zeaux tribe.
I love that. So, you have the word of the day, I believe.
I do have the word of the day.
Did you forget the system? You have the word of the day.
So
Okay.
first, I'll tell you that our topic for today is feelings.
Yes.
So we're going to be talking about different things about feelings.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for this.
We just came out of a season where we were in our feelings. So now might be the perfect time because we're feeling a little better. We have a high from recording the podcast. So today we're going to talk about feelings.
Oh my goodness.
But
I feel sensitive about this.
Yes. I'm sensitive about
my shit. Pretty much.
If you're enjoying this episode and want to see more of the podcast, make sure to follow us on all social media platforms at Two Heriveaux Heal. That's TWOHERVEAUX. IVEAUXSHEAL and become part of our healing community.
Okay,
So
so
before we get into our feelings,
yes.
the word of the day today is intuition.
Oh, I love that word.
Yes.
I love that word.
I'll let you
So
go
good.
first. Tell us how you feel about intuition.
Oh my goodness. So going into my shadow work. Oh, so I feel like intuition is something that we are born with, but as we are aware of it and heightened to it, then you know how to use it and just be aware of it. So the intuition kind of, if I could do a metaphor, I feel like it's a That's So Raven moment where your instinct, your soul kind of speaks to the goosebumps, like, signs that your soul would be like, I've done this before, or watch out because I feel like you need to. I have high intuition. My inner clock for, I know I've been here already, and my lesson here is to show humanity that we got to love. um but I've had my high intuition all my life, but I was so afraid of it because it's something that is part of your, like we talked about superpowers, and we've been slowly taught, like watching Marvels, that those are only superpowers that we see on TV, but literally they offspring what we are as humans. We have these superpowers, and because you don't talk about it or see it, it feels very foreign, scary, something that you could probably push away because you're not ready to embrace it. But for me, intuition guides a lot of things in my life, especially um, intimate relationships. My intuition is high. If I go into a room and the energy's not for me, it's not. It's in a real. My intuition's high. If and I'm not afraid of it, and so I allow it to definitely. I think intuition and discernment kind of parallel each other. And so, me being intuitive about my intuition, my discernment, and hearing God and myself clear because I trust myself.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Gotta trust yourself.
Yeah.
And we always talk about how like God is in us, we are God. So it's like
Yeah.
you trust yourself, you trust God.
Then it's a
And
period.
when you trust God, you gotta trust yourself because
Yeah.
God is in you.
Yeah. And I know that, does it make you feel weird to kind of be like, God is in me, trust God, because we were never taught that God is separate from, God is one with us, that he was separate and that we had to like serve, but it's literally the opposite. Like he is in us, but we still serve a higher, but we still have to find it within us.
Honestly, my brother, he taught his son that God is in your heart. And so I felt that like for a long that's how I feel it. That's how I
Yeah.
feel God is in your heart.
Well, when that's how it has to show up, because where are you gonna,
Yeah. You
it
don't look
doesn't
out for
just come out
people.
of the sky like everybody was gonna hope.
God is not the picture on the wall. God
Right.
is in
The
your
pic,
heart.
right.
Mhm.
Right. Which we create the picture on how the world will see it, on how we move and act.
What makes me feel kind of weird to even say or even believe is that I can hear my intuition.
Mm,
Like that makes me sound crazy, but
mm-hmm.
it's like, you can hear God. If you're quiet enough, you can hear your that little voice, your
Which is
intuition
gonna be your voice.
that tells
So
you
I
like
like that you
you.
are, yeah, so let's make this palatable, and that it is something accessible. It's not crazy. It's not woo-woo talking.
Mhm.
I want it to be conversation that's easy to have. Yeah. The silent conversation that you hear back is going to be your voice. And God's not going to come up in Mickey Mouse voice to like be like, "Hey, come, let me tell you what you need to be doing." You hear the voice of God through your voice, on how um it navigates you to do whatever you need to do. Your download, your
And it's
prayer.
not like a hallucination, like what you're
No.
saying. It's
No.
not hallucination. It's literally everybody has
The
their intuition
ability.
that they can tap into to
Absolutely.
discern what's the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah. I think because of religious tradition, obviously it's going to alter really the true tool, the true meaning for it to, be that you listen to God. That religion likes to always have just Jesus or your pastor or your who do you confess to, the
Oh, the
the
priest.
priest. Yeah, and to me, I'm like, yeah, I could still honor those prophets, and I connect with you know priests and pastors, but I want to know also that I can go directly to the
Absolutely.
caller. It's a
Yes.
direct call.
Yes.
And nobody can tell me other than that. It was a direct call.
Yep.
And
You
I
are the
feel
authority.
you are the authority. And I don't think that needs to be, it could be debatable, but it's not going to be up for debate because it's a personal walk,
Hmm.
your personal thinking. So I feel like whenever we give people room to be humans, the debate of their thinking could be negative, but let them still have their thinking. But that's it. And the respect that I need to have my thinking, and you can't control that either. So yeah.
So dang, this goes two different ways for
I
me
know.
because like I want to talk about how your intuition is like your body speaking to you, so that's like your
Having iced
feelings.
tea, guys.
Your feelings are in your body and your intuition is in your body. But
Mm.
what you said made me think about this other word that we wanted to touch on more, but ancestors.
Oh,
Because when I think of my intuition, I think of like my African American ancestors, my Haitian ancestors, but really people that were enslaved and like they escaped.
yeah.
So they
Yeah.
had to use their intuition
Yeah.
to run to freedom.
Right.
So when I tap into my intuition, I think of it historically like that.
And I feel like it is all of the above, right? Especially if you come from um a background with heritage that has, like, especially Haitian American Black people, we have a full story and heritage of speaking to God and having rituals that like help us become free from slave, help us liberate ourselves from a lot of things, and help elevate our community. And that's just not um coincidental. Like, that's real scribed codes within our DNA, within, you know, um the ether and God. And I always love that the description to God to me was God is omnipotent, right? And so it is of all things. So we like to make him very linear through religion and beliefs and traditions, but even through that lens, he's still omnipotent to how that moves. So nobody really has the wrong answer. Only the wrong answer is only moving in hate and not love. But all of the other factors that bring you to that space is not wrong. So, like, our president and, just people that are being hateful, but then using God or religion as their catapult to move that way. No, you're not speaking and living of that light because it's contradictive.
And God is,
And
yeah,
yeah, and once we keep it so simple, God doesn't make things complicated. We do. Like, the stars has its place, everything has its place and its time, and its beauty. But we are corrupt as the human race, and we're just here. We're spiritual beings in a physical experience. So having a physical experience, people hate to say that. People hate to hear that. So for our listeners that really don't align with that, it's okay. You just need to continue to question yourself and question your God and your beliefs just to stretch you. That's what are here. Because even with our mental health tools, that I think you agree with me, and we're not even going into feelings yet. Uh, I just
it's
feel
so
like
closely related.
yeah, I just feel like we're never going to use this platform. Like, we're not using this platform to be like, oh, we know it all. Like, follow us. No, it's like, come join us. And let's dissect what been working for me or what I've seen work for other people, what I resonate to help grow you. Um, that's why it's just open. We're, having that omnipotent energy like our source wants us to have.
It's universal. It's the universe.
Yeah,
Intuition is a universal experience because it's coming from the universe, the
yeah.
source. You
And
like to call
intuition.
God.
Yeah. And you're right. And I love your word. Intuition also ties in with the feelings. But when I used to always try to be like, what's the secret of life? And reading The Secret and having all of these other authors within The Secret that creates The Secret, which is another mind blowing thing later as I had to go into the different authors that were in The Secret. Because Ayana Van Trapp was I don't know, did I say her? Van Zet, she was in
The
one of
narrative.
them. Yeah, Ayana.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody know her by Ayana already. So she and like other coaches and spiritual coaches were all in this book of The Secret. But at the end of the day, not affirmations, not meditations, not manifestations. It's like your intuition to be connected to God. Then all of those answers will align. The law is attraction, the law of this, because everything has a law, but your intuition to connect to your source, then you can follow the laws.
I think belief is the highest tool we can use, and belief
Yeah,
and intuition. Like, if you believe in your intuition, then you believe that small voice in your head.
faith,
And yes, faith,
intuition, belief. Yeah,
yes, all of
yeah,
that. I think that's what the secret was telling us. Like, that's the secret.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, but people think that literally it was just the a secret, but there's a multitude of things that become the secret. It's part of the secret. It's the code of um opening up the door, the laws of life, the energy of how it attracts. And all of that is love too. Your high vibration, your we talked about this throughout season 1. So go back and I don't remember what episode, but you have to just catch up and see how all of this ties in. And even with this being season 7,
No,
I mean
episode
episode 7, sorry.
7.
Episode 7 that
We will get to season
I
7.
know.
Putting that
Maybe
into the
that I had to like
ether.
say that
That's
out of
the
the
secret.
maybe I just put that out there, yeah. But
Yes.
for episode 7, I feel like the intuition for the word of the day just ties in with how you feel, with the feelings and your beliefs and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get into
Let's
feelings.
get into it.
Yes. So, one thing I learned about feelings, it took me 30 years to understand what a feeling is. Because growing up, we would be like, I feel like you treated me wrong. But it's like, no, that's not a feeling. The feeling would be the feeling that you feel in your body. So, that would be like, I feel resentful or I feel uncomfortable, something like that. Like the feeling that you personally feel. But what taught me the difference between a feeling and a thought was the book Nonviolent Communication.
Mm,
And they have the book, they have, if you go on Spotify, they have the trainings on Spotify for free. If you go on YouTube, they have the trainings for free. But one thing it taught me was the difference between a thought and a feeling.
mm. And
So,
what
in
was the difference
feeling,
that where do you
feelings,
see the
yeah, a feeling is not going to end with the word that.
mm,
So it's not that I feel that, it's like I feel happy
mm-hmm,
or I feel thrilled. They
mm-hmm,
wrote a list of feelings. So
I need to see that, but I need to
there's
read
a
that book.
bunch of feelings.
Yeah.
And I have a tool that I want to share with you.
Okay.
There's this app called How We Feel, and it's basically a feelings wheel, but
Is it like emoji pictures or you okay.
no, it's words, but then when you hover over them, it'll say the definition of that feeling.
Mm.
And seeing the definitions of the feeling has been a game changer.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep, it's a free app.
Okay, I want to see that. That's interesting. I did an exercise like that with one of my spiritual coach that was teaching me more quantum physics and quantum leaping and quantum science. And you do have to be know the difference between your feelings and just your thought because that's how you get yourself out of certain funks. Yeah.
And with the app, you can, so you track your feelings. It's a feelings tracker. So I noticed that, like, 3 days in a row, I was feeling kind of
Can you
blue.
get on it and kind of show for the visual? You know how I did it last time for
Yeah,
in
you're not gonna be
inside,
able to hear that on see that on Spotify
right?
though,
Or
but I can
YouTube.
show you the logo.
That's so
Okay,
funny. We got to give it visual too. So insight timer is like,
this one
oh,
right
how
here
we
says
feel.
how
Okay,
we
okay,
feel. So I'm
okay.
gonna click it,
Yeah.
and this is how it starts.
Oh, I love
It
that.
says, "How do you
How are you
feel?"
feeling this afternoon? Right.
And I'm gonna go to the check-in, and these are the different categories.
Yeah.
You can feel high energy pleasant, low energy pleasant, high energy unpleasant, and low energy unpleasant.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna click one, and
Oh,
these are
wow.
all
There's
the
several.
feelings
Right.
that you could feel.
Oh
Those are
my
bad
goodness.
feelings. Well, hard,
Remember the cartoon, the Disney
unpleasant.
movie Feelings? Was it?
Yes, yes. No,
That
I know what you're talking about. The one with the
with
emotions.
the emotions, yeah. I don't, what
Yeah.
was the name of that movie?
I don't even know. I always wanted to see it, but I don't have Disney
But there's
Plus.
a part two. There was one and two, and then she's
Yeah.
become a teenager. So that kind of reminds me of that Disney movie.
Yes.
And I loved it because growing up, I was always not ridiculed, but yes, it was a ridicule. Let's just keep it real. That, oh, you're too emotional. You're too emotional. But then as an adult and figuring it all out, I that's how I show empathy. That's how I could relate to. I'm a healer, so that is a lot to play with that that trait. But I used to cry at a drop of a dime. I would be teary-eyed for something happy or sad, but it wasn't but I had to feel the feelings and then but I am an advocate for our feelings because I know it's there for a reason for us to navigate and see things. But it also was something I was like, you right. This is the last time I'm gonna let my feelings get in the way of you using my feelings against me
Yes.
and
Wait,
not
is
in a
that a
good way.
boundary?
It was very negative. Right.
Boundary alert.
Bound that was very much a boundary. And then now I am, and now I have to pull it back because the climate of how the world is very angry and just hostile. I see that I'm becoming that, and I'm not here for that. So I won't show my. Right now, I'm on the. I want to punch somebody's face, but I
Yeah.
would be more susceptible to cry and have a tear, either out of joy or just real sadness. But then I'm like, am I becoming just what's the word? Cold and just separated because now when George Floyd deep what did you say? Because I'm trying to think of the word numb. That's not the word I'm thinking of, but yeah, I'm disassociated with life and I'm becoming numb because before like when George Floyd or like certain things that happen politically against black people getting murdered and just done wrong, I would be in tears. But now I'm in a whole like angry energy. So I had to balance. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna cry because you're using my kindness for my tears for weakness, and it's not that I'm weak. It's just that I really feel like it's close to home. It does touch my soul. That's why. But I'm trying to now balance the the scale because I was more on the emotional, teary. Now I'm like I'm more reserved, but I don't want to be cold. I don't want to be cold.
You know what your big three are? Virgo.
Oh, I think Cancer as my moon.
Emotional.
Right, right. Hi. And then I don't know. So it's your moon rising.
your your moon and your rising.
I don't
It's
know the
two
rising, but I
separate.
know the moon. I remember one of my coworkers at work was like, "I gotta find your moon," and I was like Cancer, but I don't
Yeah.
know my rising.
So your moon is how your emotions show up.
Comes through.
Your rising is how you're seen on the outside. So your Cancer is your emotions. That
Oh my
might be
God.
contributing.
Ooh, I think I'm a Leo on the outside. I'm not sure. I have to look.
Oh, that'd be
They did
cool.
it and I had to find it
I
because
can
I
do it
took.
for you. If you give me your birth time, I can do it for you.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it
Yeah.
again so I can revamp it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Thank you for healing with us. Healing in community is what we're all about. Email us at twoherivauxheal@gmail.com. That's the number two, HERIVEAUXS@gmail.com. Send us your listener questions, healing stories, or any tools you may use on your healing journey. We'd love to hear from you.
So so that part of feelings. But I'm happy that I am in tuned with it.
Of course.
Yeah.
So that brings us to feelings being felt in your body. So that's like the crying, or like some people
Oh,
say
I
you
already
can
went.
ask your body where you're
The
feeling the
pain.
feelings if you don't know. And you might feel sadness in your chest, or I don't know, anger. There might be anger in my arm. I feel
Yeah.
discomfort in my arm. It might be angry. I don't know. But
Yeah.
like actually feeling the feelings in your body.
So for me, it's so true. If I don't want to cry and I hold it in and I'm tense, I'm going to feel it on my neck, my left side mostly. I get tense on my shoulder and um yeah, it just gets tense and I need a massage, but all of my muscles, your body literally tells you that it's not in a comfortable position. It's feeling defensive. It feeling like unsafe or however. That's magical that our bodies could do that.
Gut feeling
The
might
gut
tell you
feeling.
that you're unsafe, and you should always listen to that. That's your intuition.
Yeah. And literally like the whole goosebumps is
Yes,
literally your body activating, showing you the chills. So all of those are so fascinating to know that we shouldn't ignore it. Like those
and
are
when you feel hot in your cheeks, if you feel embarrassed,
yes,
yeah,
yes. Those are all signs that your body and your feelings connect the mind, body, and soul.
yes, yes,
Yeah. Learning not to separate that. We always separated it and it didn't seem part of spirituality. Like religion, it was part of spirituality separate, but not part of religion. It was like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, but it's like mind, body, and soul if you're speaking of vessel. So,
me personally, that's the definition of mental illness. Like the mind and body disconnect, mind, body, soul.
mm,
So when your mind is disconnected from your body, you're like coming from,
psychosis, they call it, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
That's
And
like
that's a
one
thing.
symptom, but there could be more, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, but yeah,
That's
psychosis.
probably one part. But yes, I'm glad you said that because
Mm-hmm.
there needs to be a balance and still have to be in reality because even
Yeah.
though we're spiritual beings and then we're remembering who we are as being Black women, being Haitian Black American women, why we come back as Americans and not in Haiti. So that memory of what our power is can be so overwhelming on a spiritual level that our body trying to manifest it or live that person, it could be a lot. And so the detachment of it and taking it simple and just knowing that you cannot um bypass what's meant to be for you if you're staying in process.
Yep.
Yeah,
And like, the way I see it is your mind can be safe, but your body can be unsafe, or your body
absolutely.
can be safe and
And
your
your
mind can
mind.
be unsafe.
Yep.
So just those things not connecting can lead to mental illness. That's
Yeah.
the way I see it.
No, and it's not the way you see it. That's like right on. And that's exactly the way to describe it for someone that can't really put the words together. I think you painted that perfectly. The mind, body, and soul are meant to, it was created to be move in unison, move
Right.
in one movement, one flow. But
Yeah.
because of different traumas, because all these things, flight or flight, as we talked about a little bit, which I think we could go into flight or flight a little bit more in details and scientifically later in next episode, I don't know when. But I agree with you. We're supposed to be cohesive with our mind, body, and soul. And so if your mind had to separate from your body because of fight or flight, because of like an essay that happened, which happens, or any right now, with ISIS being out and you're being taken from your family, your brain has to still separate from the body how to survive. And then later, your brain will catch up to your body that it is safe or not. And maybe it never does. So we have to take into consideration, what's going on in our community, our society, triggers mental illnesses. And if we're not aware of the separation, then we're just like, what the hell? But sometimes, it takes a crash for you to sit your ass down.
The body needs to rest, and it
Yeah.
will rest if you. It'll force you to rest if you don't
It
do it voluntarily.
Because the body remembers trauma. It holds
Hmm.
trauma, it remembers it. So if you want to keep acting like hi myself, my tower moments are, and I people call it the midlife crisis, and I entered my 30s and 40s very happy, and then going into my 50s, I'm waiting to go be ecstatic. But before that, I was literally gonna call myself into midlife crisis, and I was like, that's not my portion. And so I need to find out where my disconnect was. My mind, my body, and my soul was not connected. And that was, and a lot of it was my fight or flight for trauma that happened very young. Unfortunately, the longer history of trauma you have, the
Yes.
longer period and choppiness it will look for things to resolve, because you don't, like, I could function in all my life, and then one thing could trigger certain things that bring me back to a place where I could be starting from ground zero. So yeah, the mind, body, and soul tool is important to keep in tune, flowing, simple. And what I learned from you: rest. Rest is where you're getting your downloads. Rest is where your body and your mind come at a point to become friends again, and they flow like water. Um, I used to downplay rest like you're being lazy, but we literally were taught the opposite. We're not out in these fields no more. Like, we don't have to do that shit. Like, at the end of the day, where's our reparation? But we will not talk about all of that. But I'm saying, like, we don't need to be on the go, go, go for success. Like, I want my peace and my rest. Like, I all my life I had to work as a younger child, like between 6 and as an adult. It's like, when are you gonna tell me to stop? When I am 70 and I literally am ready to die? Or can I enjoy more of a healthier life now by slowing down, by reclaiming and recalibrating what I want, not what nobody else want?
That's that capitalistic society we live in.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're tuned into the challenge on Insight Timer right now, but the challenge is a nervous system reset. So every morning they do these meditations to reset your nervous system. And I've been doing it. We're like on day 5 or 7, something
Yeah.
like. So there's been a lot of different breathing exercises. One of them was like a touch sensory exercise to like get things
Oh
to
wow.
ground
Like a
you
ground you, right?
up to reset your nervous system. It's been really good tools. Like,
Yeah.
it's a really good challenge to tap into.
I
There's a
didn't
banner
tap
at the
into.
top of the screen. Just
Yeah.
tap.
I literally so because I'm clairaudience as well, I
Mhm.
will, if I'm not on Insight Timer for just um a reset for, like, not my mood, but like my courage, my giving me, hyping me up, like clearing out my old thinking. I use that for meditation, so it puts me to sleep. So it's gonna, in my psyche, give me all of these positive affirmations, positive thinking. So when I wake up, I literally feel like I'm a baddest bitch. Like,
Yeah.
period. I'm unstoppable. I am courageable. I am a healer. Like, so all of these things. But lately, I've been wanting to just listen to love songs and fall
Um.
asleep into, not love songs where I could sing to, but like,
Yeah.
obviously I know them, but I'll put them low enough where I'm singing it, but my subconscious is just like evoking more love energy. So
Yeah.
the last couple of days I've been on that, and I still wake up refreshed and because music makes me, I love music. So yeah, being able to reset that way has, but I need to do the challenges because I do like them. Yeah.
That brings me to somatic healing. So somatic is like physical things that we can do, bringing ourselves into the physical realm. So
Hmm.
that's like touching or moving or stretching your body. And I would even argue that breathing is a somatic exercise.
Yeah.
Like the breath work that they do, the deep breathing for
The
5,
three, yeah,
hold for
five.
5,
Yeah.
exhale for 7 or
Yeah.
whatever. Like there's different breathing patterns you can
Yeah.
do. So that's very helpful.
So for somatic, like I know that three is like to quickly, like if you're having a panic attack, if you need to be centered immediately, the inhale, but doing it 3 times could quickly bring you right into your presence. Then there's the fast paced one where you're like kind of like you're what's the panting or
Hyperventilating.
hyperventilating, but that triggers another part of tuning your body or
Mhm.
so there are so many layers to that, but
Yeah.
I know that between the 3 and 5 is what most yoga instructors use in their practices. But that's why it's so amazing that you could just go. Now, I don't want to use say the down the rabbit hole, but I guess healing is the rabbit hole, and
It
I
is.
always, yeah, I always see myself as being who's the Alice in Wonderland going down the rabbit hole and like really figuring things out. Big moments, little moments. I'm small.
It's
I'm
the journey.
frazzled. Yeah, it's a journey.
Yes. Frazzled is an emotion.
Yes, and I do get frazzled.
Yeah, like it's okay to feel negative emotions or unpleasant emotions.
Yeah,
Sometimes we're afraid to admit that.
yeah,
But like Solange's song, I have a lot to be mad about. Like a
yes,
lot.
yes. And I think what we have to reiterate is, and I want you when you get a chance, go through like maybe 7 feelings that we're not so used to having or talk about. But um like you were saying about Solange, it's like you have to be in your angry state when things are a state of emergency and it's angry energy, because then the angry energy is going to make you be outside, be more vigilant to your neighbors and saying the right things, doing the right thing. That anger will drive a force of a positive thing, but you're using it in the right way. But you know that those feelings mean something. Outside doesn't feel like not angry. Like I'm angry about a lot of things. Too many hangings lately, and on black people, making it look like you know that's what we do. And now these lynching are looking like it's natural talk when it's the same type of behavior, same type of movement that they did back in the day. And if we don't talk about it, and it does, and we don't say what kind of energy, what kind of feelings it provokes in us, then we're part of the problem too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like to remember how my anger looks, but I'm gonna then use my anger in the proper channel because I am a love and healer in this being that I came back in. So I'm gonna use it right.
Yep. That brings me into transmuting our feelings
I feel
into
like I go, and I don't even remember what we're saying, but it just goes. God is so good.
that brings me into transmuting our feelings into like art or dance or different types of body movement. So how do you like to transmute your feelings? I know you like to sing, which is somatic.
Yes, yes, but that's not my first go. Well, it could be because you okay? I'm not gonna give them the priority. I'm just gonna just go for it. But you
Mhm.
said singing. Singing helps. Like I grew up in church, so gospel music plays a lot with me feeling connected to God. And R&B music and blues and jazz, it just gets me into my feelings in general. So circular music. But I love Afro beats. I love reggae, which it has this sensual side. Whether however it can be split, I love music, and the different genres help me get into a certain space of release. or like R&B where I want to cry maybe more, a little jazz. I want to be in my feelings, a little blues. I want to be a little melancholy or however. Yes, but
It's a vibe.
it's a vibe. It's all a vibe, and literally I just go with how my vibe feels. But dancing, like I remember burlesque, taking a couple of burlesque classes. That's helpful. I took belly dancing before back in the day. I want to do more Afro drums and beats to release more sacral movements like whining and twerking classes. And what?
Dance hall,
Oh,
reggae.
dance hall. Yeah, 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 yeah. But all of even twerking, they use it in these traditional sacral opening, but you kind of feel certain way about it, but that is opening up and like claiming your body, and like those are things that if you have traumas that deal with SA, could be hard for you to gyrate or be open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm like that too. I'm very guarded over my body. So even the self-touch that they've been doing
Mm,
in the nervous system reset has been really helpful because I don't touch my body that much. And it's just
mm.
like touching your knees and tapping your knees, but it's like, yeah, that's helpful.
Hi, if you are enjoying the show so far, tune in and follow us and subscribe on our Patreon. Be a part of our social media, Uncut Conversations, and follow for some tools and journaling for exploring at this podcast when two Heriveaux heal. No, but I love that. I feel like that is part of the body connection that you need to do. And the other day, I think it was yesterday, because it's only 24 hours since the whole blizzard. I did have, and our podcast officially launched. Well, the clickbaits a couple of weeks ago. So I was dealing with having to ground myself, like just touch my heart and just feel the breathing speeding up, but I needed to slow it down. So taking my 3 breath inhale and 3 times and exhale 3 times. And once I did that, I was like, oh, you're relaxed, you're here, you're safe, girl. It don't matter what you put out in the world, it was out of love. So it doesn't matter how it's gonna come back. Like I was nervous about that, and I just had to ground myself. And I'm gonna probably have to do that quite often. And I hadn't had to deal with panic attacks for years because I restructured my brain. But like we say, certain triggers, which even excitement, like overly excitement, when you're like fulfilling your passion or walking into your walk, could be so thrilling and scary that it triggers a panic attack.
This is a good time. I'm gonna read some feelings that are high energy, pleasant, or let me read it. But some like really excited feelings. So I'm gonna read. They're colored by red is like closer to anger,
Yeah.
yellow is closer to ecstatic, blue is closer to melancholy, and green is closer to calm.
Ooh, I love that.
So like some on the border is there's a difference between hyper and surprised,
Right.
pressured and excited, restless and energized, confused and cheerful, tense and pleasant, uneasy and pleased.
Ooh,
So the
uneasy
first ones
and
that I said were the red feelings, and the second ones I said were the yellow feelings.
yellow. Yeah.
So they're really close together, but just on the border.
No, so it
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
like has an ombre kind of open. Yeah. Cuz
Hmm.
yellow could be uneasy. I see that. Like I'm not sure what this um
Oh
my
no, red is
goosebumps is,
uneasy.
but I'm uneasy. Like I'm not myself. I'm unsettled.
Yes, yes. So I'll give you some polar opposites.
Okay.
So enraged versus ecstatic.
Okay.
And then we have miserable versus serene.
Wait, miserable versus what?
Serene.
Okay. Ooh, I love the word serene.
So
Oh.
you could technically say enraged versus miserable.
Right, right, right.
So tell me feeling that
I
you want
feel
to
like
transition.
enraged is describing more of a, you're like beyond the point of anger. You're just at a anger state versus what you're saying. What was the other one? Miserable is just like you're not in anger. You're just, it's sulking sadness mixed together, which you become misery.
Yes. So the way they describe it is enraged means you're made furious by something, filled with extreme anger,
Mm-hmm.
and miserable means feeling absolutely awful.
Mm. So I said sadness and misery mixed together. Oh, that's so awful. Oh, that's interesting. So
That
awful and
reminds me,
sadness is misery, actually. Yeah.
yes,
Oh,
but
wow.
that reminds me of when I had a therapist and I would tell her that like I hate somebody or hate something, and she taught me that hate is a very extreme emotion.
Right.
It's like more than dislike. It's like, so when you hate somebody, it's a really
Like
intense
appalled.
emotion in your body.
Right. Right.
So you might not want to do that.
Right. No, that is such a good tool for our listeners, even for me for right now. I love that. So I could um gauge myself on where I'm at, and it doesn't have to be so in the red part, but in a,
Yeah, like you said,
ombre part, the,
you,
the
you
lower part of it. I'm still feeling it, but it doesn't have to be the red
yep. And
area.
sometimes we'll say, "How do you feel?" And we'll just say good or bad.
Right.
But there's so many more than that.
And I was just gonna reiterate that. Thank you. That's awesome. That now we could understand that there are more ways to describe anger and feelings
Yeah.
of, I'm gonna put that, I'm gonna, when we get off, I'm gonna make sure I download that
Yes.
app. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So the last thing I want to talk about is
Okay, okay.
spiritual healing.
Mm.
Yeah, so for me, that that looks like grounding and tapping into God and the earth. So for me, the earth is filled with God, like God created the earth, the ground, the soil. So really just putting my feet on the floor and thanking God for being alive, like that's where my spiritual healing is, like the journaling, I'm always talking to God, but
Hmm.
just showing my gratitude for just life itself. My every breath I take, I'm so thankful for it. I'm thankful every time I wake up in the morning. Like I'm just
Wait,
grateful.
isn't that our last topic? Yeah,
Yes,
our last.
gratitude.
That's gonna
Gratitude
be
and
our
grace.
topic for the our last episode.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's what spiritual healing looks like for me. I
Yeah.
like talking to people. I like talking to people because I can see the God in people, or not even like God, but I just like talking to people.
No,
That's
I
very
love
healing
it.
for me.
Because you are a healer and you're a teacher and you are supposed to connect with people, but because unfortunately human behaviors cause you to reserve yourself or to have boundaries, that you need to have boundaries, that so then you move differently, but it does bring joy. I feel the same way. My spiritual walk is more of a not only grounding but simple present, enjoying the present moment, and just like you said, gratitude of just starting off that I'm alive and I'm here. Like we once you come with being grateful for being alive, you already have the power to move how the day is going to be because you're alive. It's your life. It's just the smallest way to elevate you being here. So even if you don't do anything, just being happy that you made it through another day is great. So the spiritual walk of rest and finding silence, because in my silence is where I get all the downloads of
Intuition.
intuition, like recalibrating, rest, everything comes when I'm in that space. So I'm holding that as a saving grace, because if I didn't slow down, I would have never been able to be forced to really healing and tackling the things that continue to show up and try to keep me stagnant. I love
So
that.
I think that's something that people don't talk about enough with quantum healing or
Yeah.
quantum leaping
Leaping.
is
Yeah.
like accepting the present and like appreciation and gratitude, because we're always talking about how we need to be the person that we want to be and embody the person that we want to be. But I think you could start off with being grateful for the person you
That
are.
you are, right.
And even the person you are is the person you want to be because it's infinite possibilities, but it should start with gratitude.
Yeah. No. I think it did start with that when she started. She's like, and it's so funny. She was started me with what is the one thing that you're grateful, the little thing, and then it was then breaking down feelings and thoughts. That's so funny that we're nailing. I have her book. I have to see if I can find it. But she was a beauty stylist that became a spiritual coach, and her name is Pam. And I'll send you that book so we could just switch books, because I want to also hear the book that you said earlier,
Oh yeah, nonviolent
the
communication.
nonviolent communication. Yeah, I love that. That's important for now too, so we can put those two books as references to go, because as they say, history repeats itself, and I don't like to always go into the political waters, but I think that you can't go in political waters or religious waters if you're human. I feel like that's part of the conversation of learning yourself, learning how our mind works and how we can heal ourselves and really just be God, activated gods. So, that being said, I feel the tools that we just talked about, being aware of our feelings and our intuition, is just all what God put for us to activate. And we can't just box ourselves to little things. There's several things, but there are heightened things that help connect us. I'm so excited.
It's expansive.
It's expansive for sure.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
And elastic, always going, like until
yes.
until you're not here.
Yep. Always growing, growth minded, all of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't. So this is a lighter version of feelings. I thought it was gonna go pretty deep, deep, but it doesn't have to always be that way with feelings too. It could be so light and exciting because of your hope and belief of your healing.
And there's no judgment with feelings. Feelings just are. It's
Yeah,
not good feelings or bad feelings. Like in the chart, it says unpleasant or pleasant, and that's just realistic.
right, right. Yeah, I love
Well,
that.
thank you for this episode, Rose. This was a
Thank
good conversation.
you, Sai the creator. As always, I'm excited. Our last episode will be for live.
Not yep, TikTok live.
So
Our
we're
last
gonna
episode,
we'll
yes.
we'll give you the time and date so that we could have all of our new followers
Yes.
come on board and see us live chopping this up. No
Yes.
bloopers, we can't edit nothing. It's just go, 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 go. I think we
Freestyle.
have join our Patreon before you forget, because then
Mhm.
we'll have exclusive um exclusive little treats on our Patreon that you won't see on the live, because we're gonna just have something specific there. So yeah, keep joining. We're excited. We're having the Zoe family heal.
Yep.
Yes.
This whole season has been very healing so far. I don't want to get too mushy. I want to save it for the live,
First,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah,
this whole season has been
yeah.
a good feeling. It's been very healing, and it's kept me present
Yes, same here.
and less isolated. That was my goal, to be less isolated.
Yeah, the hermit. We did the hermit season. Hermit season is okay. We'll talk about that'll be a topic because we never talked about that, and that was a long chapter for me. But I needed that and found the rest and all that. So yeah, I think that we are. Don't forget, you're right where you need to be. Like, don't speed the process of healing. Like it doesn't have a time frame. It just has that you take the time one day at a time to go.
Yep, one moment at a time, just one
Moment,
breath at a time. You
one
can do
breath.
it.
Yeah.
We believe in you. I believe in you, Rose.
I believe in you too, and I believe in me too. I love it. I love it. And that's a great
Yes.
ending for the feelings, like being able to believe and enjoy this moment is
Yes.
great.
I believe in myself too. I had to say
I believe in
it.
myself. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it sometimes hard? And I want you, as the listeners and viewing us, before you get off, do you believe in you?
Yes.
Believe in you.
Yes.
Believe in you. I believe in you. If nobody believes in you, we believe in you.
And if nobody told you today, we believe in you.
We believe in you.
Yes. Well, thank you for
I
listening.
know. Thank you so much. This makes my heart melt. Anyway,
Yeah, we're Haitian,
we're
baby.
Haitian, baby. Aisha.
Haitian.